against you? No. So the one at the back, please.
I have two questions. Number one, Civic Party tried to propose the direct election, basically one person, one vote, for many years. But the Beijing government tried to postpone and postpone. Do you believe that the root of the problem is that the Beijing government allows Hong Kong people to have direct election until and unless they can control the result? If they cannot control the result, if they do not give the blessing to any new chief executive, they will not allow the direct election. This is number one. Question number two, Mr. Leong, you said a few times you would like to make Hong Kong to be a model for the reform of China government. Do you believe that this is sort of wishful thinking? Because to me, they don't want to change. So one-party government, they want to protect themselves. So that's why whatever change in Hong Kong may not become a model for the reform of China. Do you agree with it?
To your first question, a resounding yes. Of course, Beijing would not want to give Hong Kong direct election by universal suffrage until and unless Beijing can know the result before even the votes are cast. I think this is the mindset of Beijing leadership. And also to your second question, I think to many, your proposition that what I have been advocating, namely that Hong Kong should be a laboratory for the experiment of democracy to take place, and hopefully that could be, with some modification or adjustment, be applied to the mainland. Was that wishful thinking? Was your question? I think to many the answer is again yes. It is indeed wishful thinking. But does it matter? Even if I answer your two questions with a yes and a yes, does it mean that I should stop to try to sustain the institutions that have been working well in Hong Kong? Or does it mean, by answering with two yeses, I should stop making sure that the values that we hold dear to our heart will continue to flourish in Hong Kong? The answer is no. I think, at least speaking for many in the Civic Party, honestly, we do not ask those questions. We only ask the question, what should we do and what can we do to help to build a democratic China, a democratic Hong Kong, a mission left unaccomplished by Dr. Sun, as he quite clearly said in his will. And this is the question that we ask ourselves. I hope I've answered your questions. For those who pursue the democratic cause in Hong Kong, we must have some ideals. The day that we stop to be idealistic, it will be the day that we should leave politics. This is how I see it.
I think Alan spoke for all of us in the Civic Party. The thing about progress, any form of progress, if you believe progress is necessary, you always need a group of people. However they're in the minority, however small that group of people may be, and however difficult the circumstances may be, you need a group of people to keep pushing it, to keep pushing. There will always be people resisting change, but all forms of progress are met with the same thing. You need people pushing, keeping the momentum. And this is what we hope to do. I mean, I think I speak for Alan when I say this. We don't hope to achieve, immediate democracy or overnight change in China. I mean, of course, that's wishful thinking. You're right, it's wishful thinking. But How we see our role is that there are predecessors, people before us, who have done their best in trying to modernize China, in trying to bring our values up to date, to make us become a civilized nation. We are standing on the shoulders of those giants. We are basically forwarding, keeping the momentum, and try to keep progress forward, in however small the steps may be, so that our next generation could carry on this torch and to carry on the work that all the previous generations of people have done. And we play a very small role. We don't have big goals or aims, but we just keep the momentum going, so that hopefully one day my grandson will be able to live in a more